Hi, I'm Nicole.
And I'm Sarah, and we chose to focus on the storybook of The Tale of Peter Rabbit, and we believe the storybook is directed to students in the year's reception to Year 4.
We chose the last scene in the storybook where the mother rabbit feeds Peter the chamomile tea. We felt like this scene could best show our knowledge of the systems that we learnt throughout the course of the design and tech subject.
For our model, we decided to use a simple electrical system. We felt like the electrical systems complement a hydraulics or pneumatic system a lot more than what it complements a cam system when having to work together.
We weren't too sure whether to use hydraulics or pneumatics to start off with, but we created a list, and it showed that hydraulics were smooth, instant, easier to control, and pneumatics were delayed, somewhat smooth, and you couldn't control them 100%, so we chose hydraulics. So before we made the model, we had some questions. So what were our initial thoughts on the model?
So our initial one was probably more about the safety of using like a hydraulic system and an electrical system with the water and electrics and stuff like that. We weren't too sure how safe it could be, but then we kind of played around a little bit and sorted out a way where it would.
And so we also thought about what materials we would use.
So we used a lot of cardboard in ours, and syringes and the tube for the hydraulic system as well. So we made sure that was all secure, as well as using wires with the insulin on it. So we made sure that was only a little bit of the wire showing as like a safety thing as well. We also thought of the globes and the colours and stuff like that would work with the whole model to make it really effective, as well as having the two systems work.
And so we also thought about where we were going to put the two systems on the model.
So with that, we kind of made a way to have them on the separate sides of the model. That way, if for any reason the water did leak, it wouldn't be anywhere near the electrical systems, and that way it wouldn't affect as much the whole layout of the model. So on the left side of the box here, we have the syringes, and as you can see, out on the side is where it comes through with the tube, and we found that this was the best positioning for it to have an effective motion, as well as it being kind of hidden away and not an obvious part of the model.
So we positioned the characters on either side of the model, as we wanted the hydraulic system to be clear and a large and long movement.
We also have positioned underneath the bed where the battery and the wires go. We found that this was a good idea as it hides most of the electronic system, and that way the model looks like it would be an attractive teaching resource.
So as you can see, the hydraulic system is moving very smoothly and the two systems are working together.
So as we can see from this angle, it's a simple push and pull type of lever that makes the hydraulic system work. So pushing makes the mum go closer.
So we had to rearrange the positioning of the mother character quite a lot, just because she wasn't always reaching Peter.
We blew the light bulbs the first time round, so we had to change them.
And then also we had to rewire the electrical circuit just before we finished the model, just because we had some issues with that. It wasn't complete.
So some things that we would do differently next time would be to spend a bit more time on the model, maybe rearranging things or setting it out a bit more before actually sticking it down.
And we'd also want to find an easier way to secure the mother to the hydraulic system, just because we had a lot of issues with her going to the same place more than once.
And we would make the characters 3D, not 2D. From this assignment, the model created has assisted us with a deeper understanding of the systems that should be taught in a design and technology classroom context.